What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything you need to know about and keeping you up to date with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. We got some big news going on here right now, including senators and congressmen discussing saving Social Security or cuts to Social Security as well. I'll give you the latest details on that as they're discussing it right now. That's right. So if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Just click the subscribe button, then the bell icon. Is completely free to do so. This way you won't miss out on new videos that come out here on our YouTube channel on a daily basis at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also thanks so much for hitting the like button for us as well. All right, here we go. All right, so if you've been watching my channel or if you've seen it here, we know that there is a number of Republicans that want cuts to the budget in multiple different ways, including, well, we've seen Kevin McCarthy say cuts to the military, maybe $75 billion. We had an interview on Fox News that I showed you here directly on the screen. Remember that the military budget is $816 billion, a little bit over half of the $1.7 trillion government budget. That is on the table. Also, we have a lot of Republicans talking about cuts to Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. We did have cuts to SNAP benefits. The extra SNAP benefits are ending. February will be the last month for those. Some benefits are going until March, depending on your state, if the state pays the February benefits in March. But the extra SNAP pandemic benefits, I'll show you on the screen just so you believe me here. All right, here it is directly from the USDA official website of the government, in case you didn't see this in one of my previous videos. But you can see here the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2023 terminates emergency allotment supplements after the issuance of February 2023 benefits. The USDA has granted waivers to the following states, allowing for issuance of emergency allotments. It won't let me scroll here the way I want to. But basically saying here that these extra SNAP benefits will end after the February 2022 benefits, unfortunately. So they're making a lot of cuts, which is very, very unfortunate. So, by the way, here is the February 2023 states that are giving extra SNAP benefits here. So far: California, Colorado, Delaware, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Don't worry, because there's still time for them to add February on here. Here is January: Alabama, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, Guam, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. But February will be the last month for extra SNAP bonus benefits. Now you can see here senators eye Social Security reforms as some in the House GOP, that stands for House Republicans, consider cuts. So, yeah, some senators are eyeing Social Security reforms, as some in the House GOP are considering cuts. So you can see here a lot of people are divided on what to do here. Here is the latest details on this. Yeah, some senators are eyeing a divided Congress as an opportunity to tackle Social Security fixes as the program faces significant solvency issues in little more than a decade. In fact, there was one report from the CBO that said in 10 years. Changes to Social Security are a perpetually heavy lift for Congress, but they've gained traction as some House Republicans float cuts to it as part of a debt ceiling negotiations. So there are Republicans that are talking about cuts to Social Security. You could see it right there in black and white. A Republican from Alaska, Dan Sullivan, says a wise senator said that whenever you see reforms shore up those kind of programs, it usually takes a divided Congress. Quote, so maybe that's historically bodes well for something that would make sure that Americans have a secure retirement system. Some Republicans are generally leaving the debt ceiling negotiations to the GOP controlled House. Sorry, Senate Republicans are. But separately, there have been growing chatter from both party in the upper chamber about potential ways to help protect Social Security, which some estimates say is on track to becoming insolvent in about 12 years, or another estimate says 10 years. Reports surfaced last week that Senator Bill Cassidy, Republican from Louisiana, and Angus King, independent from Maine, are working towards a bipartisan compromise to help protect the program, unrelated to debt ceiling negotiations. The news reported the effort could lead to an investment fund specifically to help shore up Social Security. There are divisions about whether these reforms or cuts should include entitlement programs, which eat up large chunks of federal spending. Federal data showed that Social Security alone accounted for 20% of government spending in the fiscal 2022 year. So Social Security is 20%, while Medicare made up 12%. So that's 32% alone. Democrats and remember that the military is a little bit over 50%, so that's 62% right there. Democrats, by contrast, have insisted on a clean bill to address the debt ceiling, while demanding Republicans provide specifics about the areas they want to cut. If Republicans are talking about a draconian cuts, they have an obligation to show Americans what those cuts are and let the public react, which is what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has asked for. Oh, yeah, it says right there. Does that mean cuts to Social Security or Medicare or child care or Pell Grants? Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said on the Senate floor on Monday. But despite some support in the Senate on talking on entitlement funding, reforms sooner rather than later, there is doubt among lawmakers and experts the chances of Congress being able to move legislation to help protect either Social Security or Medicare in the current session. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. We're seeing more and more of this fighting in Congress on ways to fix Social Security. And the problem is we're getting closer and closer and closer to Social Security running out of money, and it's going to be a major problem here. Yeah, and so the problem is that basically Social Security is spending more money than they're taking in every year, and also more people are retiring now because of the baby boomer generation. So we're seeing that here as well. So you guys can let me know your thoughts here on this. More people are hitting retirement age right now. That's a significant issue. Yeah. So what do you think here? And the other issue here is that with the cost of living adjustment that just went through, which was 8.7%, was not factored in before that happened here. That was the fourth largest raise here the fourth largest raise ever, and the largest raise in 41 to 42 years, going all the way back to 1981, depending on how you calculate it, based on 2022 or 2023. So that took a larger chunk of money out of Social Security than was expected. So that made it the money deplete even faster than what was expected. So that's another significant kind of chunk taken out of the trust fund. So this is a problem. This is a problem, and so they're just paying out more money than is coming in. So, and with more and more people retiring from the baby boomer generation, which is just a large chunk of the population, there's more money is going out than is coming in. So, yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts here on this, but something's going to have to be done. And I covered this here in a previous generation, them talking about raising the retirement age yet again by 2 more years. I can link you to that video here as well. So that would be another issue. Yeah, so that would be. Yeah, we had a congressman talking about that people want to work longer. People want to work 2 more years. I don't know if people want to work more. I think people are forced to work more because they don't have the money. Remember that 2 out of 3 people live paycheck to paycheck right now, and 50% of Americans, when they finally get to retirement age, have no retirement savings. It's about 50-50. 50% of people have uh, pensions, 401ks, or IRAs, and then the other 50% of people have nothing. They have only Social Security. So this is a major, major problem, because if you rely on Social Security for everything, that's all you have. Maybe you have a little bit of family that helps you or something like that. But the other problem is that um, how can you cut Social Security when the average rent nowadays is $2,000 a month? So that's a significant issue here as well. So you surely can't cut it. People need it to survive, and now they've cut the extra SNAP benefits, which tens of millions of seniors rely on as well. That was a nice extra stimulus bonus that helped out during the pandemic, but now that's going away here as well. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country. I'll link you to some videos you can watch next, which will give you some information here as well. If you haven't yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on new videos. It's completely free to do so. And click the bell icon after you subscribe. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, thanks so much for liking and sharing these videos. Here's some videos you can watch next. Here's a video about them raising the retirement age by 2 more years. And here's another video with a official from Kaiser Permanente and them talking about cuts to Social Security and more really good information here in this video as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.